Hey guys, welcome back. Alright, it is now 4:51 a.m. up here in Northeast Ohio in beautiful wine country by Lake Erie. It's dropped a couple degrees, we're at 37. We have a dense fog warning. A dense fog warning. Sorry. Alright, so now we're on Exodus 5. Bricks without straw. Verse 1. After Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and said, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, said, Let my people go, so that they may hold a festival to me in the desert." Pharaoh said, "Who is the Lord that I should obey him and let Israel go? I do not know the Lord, and I will not let Israel go." Then they said, "The God of the Hebrews has met with us. Now let us take a 3-day journey into the desert to offer sacrifice to the Lord our God, or he may strike us with plagues or with the sword." But the king of Egypt said, "Moses and Aaron, why are you taking the people away from their labor? Get back to your work." Then Pharaoh said, "Look, the people of the land are now numerous, and you are stopping them from working." That same day Pharaoh gave this order to the slave drivers and foremen in charge of the people: "You are no longer to supply the people with straw for making bricks. Let them go and gather their own straw, but require them to make the same number of bricks as before. Don't reduce the quota. They are lazy. That is why they are crying out, 'Let us go and sacrifice to our God.' Make the work harder for the men so that they keep busy and pay no attention to lies." Then the slave drivers and the foremen went out and said to the people, "This is what Pharaoh says: I will not give you any more straw. Go and get your own straw wherever you can find it, but your work will not be reduced at all." So the people scattered all over Egypt gathered stubble to use for straw. The slave drivers kept pressing them, saying, "Complete the work required of you for each day, just as when you had straw." The Israelite foremen appointed by Pharaoh's slave drivers were beaten and were asked, "Why didn't you meet your quota of bricks yesterday or today as before?" Then the Israelites' foremen went and appealed to Pharaoh. "Why have you treated your servants this way? Your servants are given no straw, yet we are told, 'Make bricks.' Your servants are being beaten, but the fault is with your own people." Pharaoh said, "Lazy, that's what you are, lazy. That is why you keep saying, 'Let us go and sacrifice to the Lord.' Now get to work. You will not be given any straw, yet you must produce your full quota of bricks." The Israelite foremen realized they were in trouble when they were told, "You are not to reduce the number of bricks required of you for each day." When they left Pharaoh, they found Moses and Aaron waiting to meet them, and they said, "May the Lord look upon you and judge you. You have made us a stench to Pharaoh and his officials and put a sword in their hand to kill us." God promises deliverance. Moses returned to the Lord and said, "O Lord, why have you brought trouble upon this people? Is this why you sent me? Ever since I went to Pharaoh to speak in your name, he has brought trouble upon this people, and you have not rescued your people at all." And that's where it ends for chapter 5. You will have to wait for chapter 6. Kind of sucks, huh? Like we're reading a really good book that you can't wait. Reading chapter by chapter of a very good book that you can't wait to find out what the next chapter is. No, it's not Harry Potter. No, it's not Twitter. No, it's not the new PC Cast vampire book. It's God's book. It's the book of Exodus, the story of Moses and the Israelites. But it's an amazing story, ain't it? Could you imagine living back then? The stories that you could. I wonder, when we go to heaven, if they'll have like projector screens up there, like we could say, okay, I want to see Moses's reenaction with the pharaohs. And it'll just be like, poof, there it is, and you can watch it all over in like high definition. You know, like you can find anything on here, but you'll see the real stuff that happens. It won't be no movies or nothing. It'll be a real live, you know. That would be so amazing. I can just imagine what heaven could be like. Because it's limitless possibilities. There is no limit on what God can do. It is a limitless possibility. You could go in the library and pull out any book you wanted, any book of history, and actually go back and pull out the true history, not what the government allowed you to see, but the actual history from God's point of view, and see what really happened on such and such date. Wouldn't that be amazing? I can't wait. I can't wait to go up there and sing with our holy voices. Never to be scratchy or pitchy ever again. We'll have the voices of angels. And they will be they will be full of harmony. Yeah, I had to think of how I wanted to word it. Our voices will always be full of harmony. Or so that's the way I see it. Because you're always going to be singing and praising the Lord. Because it'll always be His day. And your day. And your day. And your day. And your day. Yes. Your day. Your day. Not just my day, but your day also. That will be the glorious day. I can only imagine what that day will be like when I'm walking by your side. I gotta bring that song because like this week's stuff. It's been on my mind. I have to do it. I know I do. As soon as he wakes up, it'll be one of the next things I do. So don't be surprised when you see I Can Only Imagine, because Douglas will be awake, so. But I can only imagine what that day will be like when I'm walking by His side. Will our knees get weak? Will we stand? Will we bow? Will our knees buckle? We'll find out shortly. The end is near, my friends. It's a lot closer. I know there was always people, even 10, 20 years ago, oh, the end is near, the end is near. Look at the signs, though. There are a lot more signs and a lot more prophecies that have come true. There ain't that many left that need to become true. And the final ones have a lot to do with the Antichrist. Alright, my brothers and sisters, my time limit's up. I will see you in a few. Love you. Take care. Be ever watchful.